Welcome. My name is Brent Kenyak with Kingdom Narrative, and I'm excited that you're watching this video because let me tell you what this video is about. I'm a life coach, and my job in this video is to tell you exactly what that means and to invite you in to be somebody who would be trained by me. And I think when I go over 4 main areas of what I want to build into your life, the call that I believe God's given me through the last 17 years of things He's put me through, and I should say just have gone through in the last 6 years, how He's ebbed and flowed and worked through all of it. But I really believe He used it and worked it all together good, and it's there to help you in your process because He wants to see you do amazing things. And I am so excited. This is something I've kind of done my whole life, building into others and helping them to grow and be the best that they can be in Christ Jesus. So I want to say this, check out my website, kingdomnarrative.com. What I want to say is this: if you have any questions, please set up the 15-minute free discovery call. I'll answer anything you have, but let me go through this video and give you an idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, so with no further ado, let me share what this overall vision of what I'm doing as a life coach with Kingdom Narrative. Okay, so let me touch on the 4 areas because they're all kind of interconnected but completely different, and very important that we get all 4 of these down. The first one is identity. That's been a really hot topic for 10 years, but I'm going to tell you something. I've been going through something for 6 years, and it's been really, really dark. And many of you are going through things right now because of what's getting ready to happen, and it has everything to do with identity. God is wanting us to grow up as His kids, to do great things, and I'm going to tell you this part on identity is going to get you prepared just for that. So I just want to share the 4 things, and then I'll go a little bit more into detail. The second one that I'm going to take you through is the narrative. Now, I give this overall vision called Kingdom Narrative, and the second one is really what really got me started on all this. And it was really what I began to realize was the story that God was writing through my life. And really, I saw it through others as I ministered to them. So I'm going to go more into detail on that one. The third one is your spiritual DNA, which again is going to help you to understand who you are. And I think you'll even get a greater vision of being able to see others and really value and appreciate the differences, because that's what makes God great. He created all these members, all these parts of the body, and when we learn how to be in unity and flow together, it's very powerful. And then finally, the 4th is the vision. And I'm gonna go in, what is vision? I wanna break that down. So let me go into all 4 of these and break them down to help you to understand more of what I'm trying to communicate as you are in this process of making a decision, whether or not you would like me to be your life coach. Okay, so the first one is identity. Again, identity, sort of like when you look in the mirror, like your heart is a big part of your identity. When you look in the mirror or you look in the water and you see your reflection, it's how you see yourself. And your identity is just not about you. It's your identity and then who God is too. It's a partnership, it's a relationship, it's family. And so you're going to learn both of those and how important they are. I want to share a verse with you. It comes from 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Now, I want to take you through so much in this, from the start of Adam and Eve and how they fell, and then how Jesus came on the scene, died on the cross, resurrected, restored our identities, because it's all about identity and how the enemy has stolen that from us. And then helping you to see yourself more and then God more. And when that happens, it's going to just open up so much for you. And trust me, when you get your identity down, then you walk in your authority to enforce that. And then there's the inheritance of what He's given you, His love, His joy, His peace, His kindness. It should be flowing in us, and things are just happening. Why? Because of His presence. You can go to a place where you're not striving so hard in your own flesh, but God is doing it through you, and it's more easy, I guess you could say, in the sense you don't have to strive so much. So anyway, that's the first one, identity. There's a lot more I could talk about that, but we're just kind of giving you a little window shot, looking through the window to see things. So it's important to know your identity. The second one is the narrative. And it's important to understand that God is writing a story through your life. And are you in tune with that? Are you connected to that? I want to help you to awaken to God's story for your life. Now I want to share a verse with you, and it comes from Hebrews 12:2, and this is what it says. It says, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and set it down at the right hand of the throne of God. God is writing a story through you. You know what I'm saying? And it started when you were in the womb. In fact, it was before you got in the womb. He has a story, and he created you for a purpose. And the more that you get in tune with this narrative, this kingdom narrative, the more you're gonna walk on a level like you can't even fathom. And so we wanna take you through that. And again, I've seen, as I've ministered to people, I saw people's lives change by dealing with stuff that when they were in the womb, and I was like, what? I would have never thought that. But even all through their life as little kids, growing up to even elderly, there's things that have happened in our life where the enemy's trying to steal from us the vision, the calling that God has on our life. So you're gonna learn so much through this aspect, the second part of the narrative. So the third one is your spiritual DNA. Let me go ahead and read a verse for you. It says in Psalm 139:13, for you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. It is important to understand that you have a spiritual DNA. You've been given spiritual gifts, you have been given a personality, you have been given abilities, you've been given a passion, you have been given a heart to carry out your uniqueness of the calling that God has for you. And what I want to help you to do is to come into alignment with the understanding of your spiritual gifts, your personality profile, your abilities in Christ Jesus, and your passion and your heart that go into all of this. You're going to gain a greater understanding of, wow, look at what God has done in me. As you connect with the narrative and as you connect with your identity, all of this together is going to just open up for you in a way that you can't fathom. Number 4 is vision. Now, we hear that. You hear that in the business sector and all this, and I would always listen to vision and mission statements and stuff like that, and I thought they were good, but I was something always felt like it was lacking in it. And I began to search the Lord out, and there was a verse that I came upon, and it was in Proverbs 29:18a, where there is no vision, the people perish. And I decided to look up, what does that word vision mean in Hebrew? And I began to say it's like an oracle, it's like a word. It could be a vision, or it could be a word that God gives you, but it's communication from God, and he gives you a message. And that message is going to give you direction on the mission of what you're to carry out. And not just that, he's going to give you the ministry as you understand more of who you are in your spiritual DNA, and you understand the narrative that he's writing in you, and you're gaining your identity. You're going to walk in victory and authority and confidence, and you're going to go after it, wherever you are, whether you're in the political realm, the business realm, Hollywood, music, in your local neighborhood, working at the grocery store, in your marriage, in your family, where a college student, wherever, you are going to take off in this. So I want to encourage you to think about these 4 parts that they're going to really change your life. Now I want to say this. Think about all the money that is spent on college. Think of all the money that is spent on videos and movies, especially movies and TVs, to learn about some kind of fantasy character. And all the money that's thrown towards education to gain, a diploma and all that. But how much do we take to just invest in what I just talked about? A lot of people are walking around, they don't really know who they are. And a lot of times they need attention. They need somebody to help them in the process to see things a little bit differently. That's my job for you. If you want to answer this call, I want to help you to get there. And I'm excited. So check out my website at kingdomnarrative.com. You can set up an appointment with me. If you'd like to just start with a free discovery call, you can do that. But if you want to go ahead right now to make that commitment to see your life change, then go on there. I have different options that you can choose. So let me know what I can do as you jump into the kingdom narrative to see your life change. My name is Brent Kenyak. I hope you enjoyed this vision casting video, and let's get your life moving in a direction like you've never seen it move before. Okay, hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.